Happy Veterans Day, everybody. I just want to say first and foremost, everybody should go hug, shake hands with, or salute a veteran today, whether it be family member, friend, or just somebody you met along the way. Passing out flags is not a bad idea either. I'm going to go try to find another American flag later on this afternoon to replace the one across the street at my neighbor's house, who happens to be a Marine. I don't know the guy very well, kind of stays to himself, but he does have a flag hanging outside his house. And as soon as I get off this podcast, I'm going to go get him a flag. I probably have to go up here to Walmart or Target or somewhere. But we're going to get it done today. Just to let him know, we do care about your service. We do appreciate you as a veteran, along with every other veteran in this country that needs to be remembered and not forgotten. For the people that have sacrificed themselves in service, people who led the way, I just want to say God bless the veterans. And today, of all days, everybody should let it be known. Hang your flags out. Take an extra effort to call a Veterans Day, whether it be, like I said, family member, friend, or just somebody you know, and tell them thank you for your service. Believe it or not, they appreciate it more than you know. We now have 6 branches of military. We get Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. We got Coast Guard. Now we got Space Force. And if I'm forgetting any, y'all let me know, I'm sure, in the comment section. What I've got for you today, folks, is about a half a dozen video clips here, including, closer to the end, a military training video from World War II that I thought was really cool as well. But stick around, folks. This is all just about appreciating and respecting our veterans and our troops. If you're a veteran on my channel or someone in your family is a veteran, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for standing up for the people in this country that don't have to go fight, don't have to get involved in protecting our borders and our country. Just hats off to all y'all, absolutely. All right, first video of the day is a Ronald Reagan clip. Ronald Reagan has got some great speeches. That's no doubt about it. I went down a rabbit hole today and listened to about 4 or 5 of his speeches, and he's definitely one of the great orators of our time. And we'll start with first one here. General Flynn reposted Ronald Reagan's great speech about the veterans. Here we go, folks. Let's get started.
We celebrate Veterans Day on the anniversary of the armistice that ended World War I, the armistice that began on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The timing of this holiday is quite deliberate in terms of historical fact, but somehow it always seems quite fitting to me that this day comes deep in autumn, when the colors are muted and the days seem to invite contemplation. We're gathered at the National Cemetery, which provides a final resting place for the heroes who have defended our country since the Civil War. And at first might seem apparent, for all we can ever do for our heroes is remember them and remember what they did, and memories are transmitted through words, because what they gave us is beyond our powers to repay. And so when a serviceman dies, it's a tear in the fabric, a break in the whole, and all we can do is remember. It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise. We see them as something like the founding fathers, grave and gray-haired. But most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up 2 lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. And all we can do is remember. In a way, they represent us, these relatives and friends, and they speak for us as they walk among the headstones and remember. It's not so hard to summon memory, but it's hard to recapture meaning, and the living have a responsibility to remember the conditions that led to the wars in which our heroes died. Perhaps we can start by remembering this, that all of those who died for us and our country were, in one way or another, victims of a peace process that failed, victims of a decision to forget certain things, to forget, for instance, that the surest way to keep a peace going is to stay strong. Peace fails when we forget what we stand for. It fails when we forget that our republic is based on firm principles, principles that have real meaning, that with them we are the last best hope of man on earth. We're surrounded today by the dead of our wars. We owe them a debt we can never repay. All we can do is remember them and what they did and why they had to be brave for us. We must pledge to remember the things that will continue the peace. Today, as never before, we must pray for God's help in broadening and deepening the peace we enjoy. Let us pray for freedom and justice and a more stable world. And let us make a compact today with the dead. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. In memory of those who gave the last full measure of devotion, may our efforts to achieve lasting peace gain strength.
I just thought that was really a great video. I just had to share that with y'all, and I've got several more, just the same, but every one of them's just a little bit different. But definitely need to be shared on a day like today. We'll jump around a little bit. This here's a good one as well.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. To support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. And to bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. That I will obey. The orders of. The President of the United States. And the orders of. Those officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
12 major conflicts. 41 million wartime service members. 21,800,000 living veterans. 1.4 million wounded wartime veterans. 1.19 million wartime dead.
We celebrate Veterans Day on the anniversary of the armistice that ended World War I. The armistice that began on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The timing of this holiday is quite deliberate in terms of historical fact. But somehow it always seems...
All right, folks, we just actually heard this video with different background. This is actually a revision, or the original of the Reagan speech. We'll fast forward a little bit down closer to the end where there's a part on there that General Flynn didn't have on his clip.
Exchange places with any other people or any other generation. the energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
Yes. Land of the free because of the brave. Awesome. All right, folks, we got several more clips today for you. I hope y'all don't mind. We're just going down the line. If you want to go over to X and find a lot of cool Veterans Day compilation,
If we look
and videos, all you got to do is type in Veterans Day or hashtag Veterans Day, and there's a whole slew of them over there. You'll see. If you stick around on the channel, I grabbed several X clips as well. Just great speeches put in with great video back as a backdrop. Just something to commemorate our troops. I'm really enjoying this stuff today, and hopefully y'all will as well. All right, we're going to get into the next clip. Another Ronald Reagan video. This is his pledge, and this is a very famous video, like 7 million views on this video.
to the If we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam. Under one such marker lies a young man, Martin Treptow, who left his job in a small-town barber shop in 1917 to go to France with the famed Rainbow Division. There on the Western Front, he was killed trying to carry a message between battalions under heavy artillery fire. We're told that on his body was found a diary. On the flyleaf, under the heading, My Pledge, he had written these words: America must win this war. Therefore I will work, I will save, I will sacrifice, I will endure. I will fight cheerfully and do my utmost as if the issue of the whole struggle depended on me alone. We must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women.
That's right.
It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon their neighbors. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it now or ever. We are Americans.
That is a good video. I don't know who Infidel Warrior is, but I'm definitely going to go check out the channel. I just happened to find this earlier today and thought it was definitely worth sharing. Like I said, there's a lot of great videos on YouTube and X today, compilations of just respect for the troops, and I'm just glad to see it. So glad to see it. Now, as citizens, a lot of us are don't think we can do a whole lot for our country. A lot of people are kind of inactivated or deactivated, and I just want to say that everybody listening to this channel, whether you're a veteran or not, you can always do something for your country. Every chance, every time there's an election in your state, every time there's a federal election, every time there's a local election, that is one of the things we can do as civilians or veterans to try to fight for the betterment of our country. And so I just want to put that out there and let everybody know 2026 is coming on quick, and I encourage everybody to make sure you're registered to vote, and that you actually get out and vote, and encourage other people to vote as well, because the midterms matter. We don't want to lose the House or the Senate. It would be devastating to the Trump agenda. All right, let's get back into this. Now, I thought this was the coolest meme of the day as far as I'm concerned. It says, today is a good day to hug the veterans with much respect. The old man that shuffles around town with the Vietnam veteran hat on was at one time more badass than you will ever be. I thought that was a cool meme today. I just had to share that one. That's probably true for the most part. Alright, we got one coming from whitehouse.gov. Another great clip here. The American veterans safeguard our nation's birthright of freedom. Because of their strength and courage, America stands safe, strong, and free forever. The bravest and the mightiest nation on earth. Happy Veterans Day to all who have served.
Across oceans, jungles, mountains, and deserts, and battlefields and enemy camps across the globe, our veterans fought and bled to vanquish our enemies and preserve America's birthright of freedom. Because of you, America is safe. Because of you, America is strong. Because of you, America is free. And because of you, America will forever remain the bravest, mightiest, and greatest nation on the face of the earth.
Awesome, had to share. Awesome. Got a couple more clips for you today before we get into the training video, just to kind of give you an idea what a lot of these people had to go through to prepare for war. Just crazy stuff, crazy mindset you had to have to go fight in a foreign country with people you barely knew. To try to go vanquish an enemy in the name of freedom. I'm sure it takes a lot of moral fortitude to have the courage to want to do that. Not everybody is cut out for military life, but thank God some of us are. President Trump delivers a powerful message today to our nation's heroes. When duty called, the Almighty God asked who had the will and the strength to defend our land of the free. Here we go, folks.
When duty called, when Almighty God asked who had the will and the strength to defend the land of the free, each and every American veteran stood up and said, "Here I am, send me, here I am."
Yes.
They've come from every corner of this nation, from the cornfields of Iowa to the hills and valleys of California, from the steel towns of Pennsylvania to the vast plains of Texas, from the banks of the mighty Mississippi to the 5 boroughs of New York City. With selfless commitment and unyielding conviction, they made themselves America's ramparts and became the shield between our homeland and those who would do us harm. with everything they had, they did one thing above all else. They put America first.
Yes.
When duty called, when Almighty...
That is something to think about. Make America great again. America first policies. That's the exact same mentality that they put in you when you go into the military, because you're working as a team to defend our flag, our freedom, and our citizens. Hats off to everybody that has ever spent a day serving this country. Now this here is a crazy, crazy video. We're going to play this one. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to play this one first. I'll use that as my last video clip of the day. It's a little bit long, but it's just kind of give y'all an idea what a lot of people went through before they had to jump off a boat onto the beaches or jump out of a plane to try to land in somebody else's backyard to go fight enemies, foreign and domestic. Here we go. This is a great intro video. I love this video. We're just going to play it, and then we're going to go into the training video.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance.
Sounded like John Wayne there for a second. That might have been John Wayne. Not really sure. Do something with this flag. Put it up here on my microphone. Alright, and we got one last video clip of the day. This one is a little bit long. But this is kind of, I didn't realize there was a lot of these out there, but there's a channel called Periscope Film. On its way to, looks like 1 million subscribers. Has a lot of black and white training video footage of what our troops had to watch before they got ready to go into battle. And this here is just another example of it, of one of those, just to kind of give you an idea of what, like I said, what some of these people went through. This one is, there's baptism of fire, there's club and knife fighting, there's aerial battle. There's so many simulation type videos where they basically are telling our troops how to fight dirty, how to outsmart your enemy, and so many great video clips like that. Just kind of gives you a perspective into what these veterans went through. So, be a oldie but a goodie. Saved it for last. Check it out.
Idea? You're seeing more than a halfback going for a touchdown, a southpaw burning a strike over the inside corner, a sharpshooter nailing the basket from midcourt. You're seeing more than a cannonball serve and a neat right cross to the jaw. You're looking at the spirit of America. This is the way we like it, fast and hard-hitting and clean. Instinctively, Americans love fair play. It's built up from childhood. Give the other guy an even break. Play the game on the level. Don't hit a man when he's down. There's a 15-yard penalty for clipping. And a fighter who hits below the belt gets tossed out of the ring. We like it fast and hard-hitting. And we like it clean. When you step from the gridiron to no man's land, the rule book is buried and forgotten. Here there are no penalties except the one for losing. And it's not measured in yards. It's measured in life and death. War is the law of the jungle. Kill or be killed. There are no half measures, no alibi runs. You've got to twist your instincts inside out to play this game because it's played to win anyway. The goal is destruction, pure and simple. Your mind must be tuned to a new pitch, to go after your enemy all out, No holds barred, to hurt, to cripple, to kill. This is war. A battle not for a pot of gold or an invitation to the Rose Bowl, but for survival. Your stock and trade is the weapon you're armed with. It's your bodyguard and your battering ram. It's your best friend. A Tommy gun. 105. A mortar.
Fire!
A carbine. A machine gun. A BAR. Treat it well. Keep it clean. Use it properly. And it won't let you down. But there are other weapons. It's a long way from this, the symbol of civilized sport, the peacetime art of self-defense, to this. But the bludgeon is in use today as it was thousands of years ago. You won't find it in the squared circle, but you will on the battlefield. It's handy in a close fight when only one of you is coming out alive. Brass knuckles, outlawed in the ring, but legitimate in war. Sawed-off shotgun, pride of the underworld, reinstated for the duration. Blackjack, simple and hard-hitting. Trench knife, not a pleasant-looking instrument, but effective. A flamethrower, not pretty, but deadly. Yes, there are other weapons. Your enemies use them, and so will you. You have two purposes. One is to kill, and the other is to avoid being killed. To that end, you use every method and every weapon you can. But paste this in your memory. Use the one that fits the job. With a rifle, you can tattoo a German at 500 yards. You can drill a Jap at a quarter of a mile. This soldier's got the killer instinct, which is right. But he's forgotten that full clip in his rifle, which is wrong. There's a time for the bayonet, and a time for a bullet.
Look there.
When you've got your enemy trapped in a dugout, don't rush in after him. That's what they're waiting for. Toss in a grenade and let them divide it. But remember this, no army ever won a battle without getting its hands dirty and bloody. You can't get a rat out of a rat hole by shooting at the hole. You storm and take a position by sheer physical force, or you don't take it. You'll be in plenty of tight places before this is over, all of you. Then your life depends on razor-sharp reaction. There's no time for a second guess. Title, How to Lift a Nazi's Face Without Improving His Looks. When your life and the lives of those with you depend on stealth and silence, you do what has to be done. If you're in...
I don't know what y'all think about this training video. I just thought this was pretty interesting stuff. More of a piece of history than anything for me. You imagine having to watch this video, knowing your next job was probably to fight a German or a Jap. Wow.
Instinct says give him a decent chance. Remember, he wouldn't give you one. The rules of a lifetime may whisper you can't get a man when his back's turned. But you're deaf to the rules because in war, there are no rules. Make a mistake and you're a dead mistake. A good soldier is a live soldier, and this is a good way to stay alive.
Washer. Washer. You son of a bitch!
a rough and tumble, the password is kill. You forget the concept of clean-cut fighting. There's no such thing as clean-cut war. Sometimes the neat right cross to the jaw is all right. But there are 100 times when a neat right thumb in the eye is more dependable. This is brutal, savage, but they asked for it. We can take it and we can dish it out. We can use feet for something besides kicking a football. Not pretty, but practical. A good soldier is a smart soldier. He must know how to fight and what to fight with. His reflexes must be split-second fast. When they aren't, this can happen. A good soldier uses the right weapon at the right time. When he doesn't, he can look mighty foolish. A rifle can kill at 1,000 yards. It doesn't take a nosedive to tell a good soldier when to take advantage of it. This is called locking the stable door after the horse is stolen.
I guess he missed.
It's a far cry from the prize ring to a barroom brawl, but this is what it's going to be like. Alley stuff. Everything goes, and there's no referee. And these are the boys we're going up against. A gang of bandits with as much sense of fair play as a scorpion. We'll fight them with their own poison, bludgeons and blackjacks, knives and daggers, fists and feet, bullets and bayonets. We'll use the right weapons at the right time in the right way. We'll hit them above the belt and below the belt. We didn't ask for this war, but we know how to fight it and win it.
What y'all think about that, folks? That is a wild, wild video right there. And there's several more just like it over here on this channel called Periscope Film. If y'all want to check any of those out, this may be more up my alley than other people's, but that is a throwback and piece of history right there. Just thought I'd bring that to you on Veterans Day. Like I said, y'all are all welcome to come over here to Twitter and type in Veterans Day, or even on YouTube. And there is some really great stories, ceremonies, and video compilation clips generated by people with AI's help. Really good stuff. Like, subscribe, and share, Devoted Patriots. Make sure you're registered to vote and vote. And for God's sakes, everybody, show a little respect today for our veterans out there today. Go out of your way. Call one. Hug one. Salute one. Let them know we appreciate your service.